not right there.
Welcome to the Semifinal, the semifinal round of the Class 4A Iowa High School football playoffs. With a record of 9-2, your coach Dan Sears with the Iowa City City High Little Hawks. Their opponent with a record of 11-0, Coach Randy Scott and the Bulldogs of Bettendorf.
And a senior. Number 74, Quinn McVeigh, 6'6", 276, and a senior, is the center. Number 63, Greg Reckman, 6'2", 250, and a senior, is the right guard. Number 72, Nick Polzinski, 6'4", 255, and a senior, at the right tackle. Number 87, Jeff Bitter, 6'5", 217, and a senior, is the tight end. Mark, if you look at that up front, that is a big, big offensive line that these Little Hawks will have to take care of.
Well, we talked about it a little bit before. We're hoping that this fast surface, this fast track that we're going to play on at the Unidome, the artificial turf, will be a benefit to a quicker, at least we're assuming that the Little Hawks have a little bit of a quickness advantage over Bettendorf, and they're going to need that again with that undersized line and just, again, the weight that they give up on almost a per-man basis up and down the line.
The skilled positions, first off the flanker, number 22, Colin Sanderman, 6'1", 180, and a sophomore. The split end, number 21, Chris Ivory, he is the favorite target at 6'2", 183, and a senior. The quarterback, number 15, Ryan Fick, as we mentioned, over 1,700 yards passing, 6'2", 184, and a senior. Number 32, Tim Jackson, the all-everything back, 5'10", 177, and a senior. And number 20, Mondo Rodriguez, 5'11", 196, and a senior at the fullback. Defensively for the Little Hawks, shifting, actually going out of a 3-5-3 set. Up front, they've got Sean Hosini at the nose guard, 5'9", 173, and a senior. The tackles, Nico Botembe, 6'2", 219, and a senior. And Josh Keppel, number 66, 6'1", 227, and a junior. The linebackers, number 31, John McCracken, 5'9", 150, and a junior. Number 11, Ryan Alberhaski, 5'8", 145, and a junior. Dorian Davis, number 32, 6'1", 195, a junior. Phil Kinney, number 22, 5'11", 178, and a senior. Ryan Bohm, number 36, 5'9", 168, and a junior. The defensive backfield, the corners, Alex Smith, number 83, 6', 178, and a senior. Ben Evans, 6', 156, and a junior, number 82. And Brent Jen is the free safety, number 14, at 6'3", 171, and a senior. Mark, I saw the captains were out there, the coin toss, and what is the verdict?
Little Hawks will receive the game's opening kickoff, and we'll see it. Well, they'll get that first crack at trying to, getting up early on Bettendorf. I think they're going to probably want to do that because Bettendorf, again, they've been outscoring their opponents, 458-98, and they've been a big first-half team. And if they were to do something like that, not just against City High, but I'm sure against any opponent, you get them down early, you get them down big, and there you might just start to go away a little bit.
Actually, it looks like City High is going to kick off here as the Bettendorf Bulldogs out with their return team. They are going from left to right. Bettendorf actually the visiting team here this evening, so they are wearing their white jerseys with the black numbers, the gold and black pants, gold pants with the black stripe down the side, black helmets with a gold stripe down the middle. The Little Hawks, being the home team coming out, they have their silver pants with the red and black stripes, the red jerseys with the white numbers and the red helmets. As the final horn sounds, 12 minutes is put up onto the clock. We are about ready to get underway here this evening. Class 4A state semifinal action here on AM 800 KXIC. Andrew Shutt, the junior kicker for the Little Hawks, number 38, teeing the ball up right at the middle of the field on the 40-yard line. Mark C, if he does it, looks like he is. Actually, no, he's taking his full step. There, a couple of games late in the season, he was actually just taking a 3-step back like he's kicking a field goal. Here he's going to get the full approach to it. Back deep to receive is number 32, Tim Jackson, and number 20, Mondo Rodriguez. There's the kick. High, end over end, fielded by Rodriguez at the 5. He's up behind a wedge on the right side, across the 15 to the 20 where he's brought down. And that is where Bettendorf will take over. First down and 10. Sean Hosini in on the tackle. First and 10 at the 21-yard line. So this Little Hawk defense trying to come out. As you mentioned, they want to jump out early. So they're going to try to get this defense to go, force a 3 and out, and get the ball to the offense in a hurry. Sanderman splitting out wide to the near side. Chris Ivory to the far side, the I formation behind Ryan Fick. As he turns, and there is the handoff. And hitting the backfield by Botembe, he squirts away is Tim Jackson. He's across the 20 to about the 24-yard line where he's finally brought down. Great pursuit there by Botembe to get in there, but Jackson just squirted away and got a pickup of about 5 on that play.
Little run blitz there by the Little Hawks on that first play. But with a guy like Jackson, you want to wrap him up, and you want to wrap him up right away. He gave him a second chance, held him to a minimal gain, but again, you don't want to let Jackson slip away too often.
Only 5'10 and 177, but he shows the power in his legs as he splits out wide to the near side in the slot formation. Goes in motion from the far to the near side. There's the fake to him and the give off to the second man, Rodriguez, through the hole. And he's across the 26 to about the 29-yard line. Brought down there by Dorian Davis and Ryan Alberhaskey, it looked like. Called a pickup of 3 on the play. Should call it a short 4. Brings up 3rd down and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, they had a good initial surge there at the line of scrimmage up front for City High, and they stopped. They got Rodriguez at the line of scrimmage, but he spun out of the initial tackle again, and then when Alberhaskey hit him, he actually drove him forward about 1.5 yards.
Ivory splitting out wide to the far side. Sandeman to the near side out of the I form. And there's the handoff to Jackson. There's a run blitz by Dorian Davis, hitting the backfield at the 25. Brought down for a loss of 4 on the play. And the Little Hawks defense has done the task. Stopping him back at the 25, and 3 and out is the situation here. Little Hawks will get the ball in fairly good field position.
They obviously did their homework from their film of Bettendorf, because on 2 of the 3 plays, Stephen, the defender was in the backfield before the play even got started.
Mike Hayward, the 6'1", 171 junior, into punt as he gets a high spiraling kick that is fielded back at the 37 by Ryan Boehm, looking for some running room, breaks away from one tackle, across the 40 where he's brought down. Return of about 4 on the play as somebody's shoe comes flying off. Looks like it is Boehm's. He's brought down at the 42-yard line, and the Little Hawks take over 1st and 10.
Not a big deal to lose your shoe inside here at the Dome because, well, you got the carpet down there, so it might feel actually kind of good as opposed to a hard ground out there with colder weather outside.
You do feel a little awkward as you're running. To give you the offensive starters here for the Little Hawks as they come out in the I formation. Up front, Alex Berg, the left tackle, 6'2", 238, and a senior. Ryan Duffy, the left guard, number 53. As Iman turns, there's the toss sweep to Kinney to the far side. He's through a hole across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Call that a pickup of 6 on the play. Continuing with the offensive line up front, Josh Keppel, number 66, 6'1", 227, and a junior. Number 56, Tim Sturgill, 6 foot, 217, and a junior at right guard. Right tackle is Nico Batembe, 6'2", 219, and a senior. The wide receivers are number 82, Ben Evans, 6 foot 156 and a junior. Dorian Davis, number 32, 6'1", 195 and a junior. Ryan Boehm, 5'9", 168 and a junior. And Brent Ginn, number 14, the tonight's Midtown Glass Okoboji Grill player profile, 6'3", 171 and a senior. DP Iman is the quarterback, number 13, 6 foot 168 and a senior. And Phil Kinney at the tailback, 5'11", 178 and a senior.
Hosseini just checked into the backfield for the Little Hawks.
Looks like he is going to actually line up in the slot as Ryan Boehm is the tailback. Phil Kinney coming out of the game. 2nd down and 4. There's the handoff to Boehm. He's up to the line of scrimmage where he's hit by a host of white jerseys and driven backwards. He might have got about half a yard on that play, but it'll bring up 3rd down here for City High.
Well, we'll see how that plays out over the course of the game, where they were able to pick up 6 yards on 1st down going to the right. They got absolutely almost nothing going to the left. We'll see if one side favors the other over the course of the game.
As it looks like Phil Kinney back into the ball game. The Little Hawks huddling up here to start this game as we are 8:40 and counting to go here in this first quarter. No score. City High forcing the punt. This is their first offensive possession as there's Iman dropping back, flares it out to Kinney. He's across the 45, spins across midfield to the 48-yard line. Penalty flag is down.
We had motion on the offense.
Illegal motion against City High, so that will negate about a 6-yard gain and a 1st down. Push the Little Hawks back to about the 41, the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that hurts double on that play there, Stephen. You had the 1st down. Now you're going to lose that, at least for the time being, and then 5 yards on top of that.
Taking a look at the defensive starters up front for Bettendorf out of the 4-3, number 31, Chris Walker, 6'2", 217 and a senior. Defensive tackle, number 78, Mike Gildy, 6'2", 251 and a junior. Drew Berry, the other defensive tackle at 62. Number 62, 6'2", 226 and a senior. And Chuck Mayberry, number 42, 6'1", 231 and a senior. As the Little Hawks up, facing 3rd down and a long 9. Motion from Evans from the far to the near side. And here's the option to the near side. Iman with all kinds of running room. He's across the 45 to the 50. Jakes away across the 45, the 40, 35-yard line where he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 31. Pickup of, looks like 27 on the play.
Touchdown saving tackle there for Bettendorf by Luke Andrusek. And if that field was 5 yards wider for Iman, I think he could have survived that little shove and turned it up and gone the distance. But a nice play nonetheless on 3rd and almost 10.
The linebackers for Bettendorf, number 36, Luke Andrusuk, 5'11", 202 and a senior. Number 43, Pat Angerer, 6'1", 212 and a senior. He is a recruit for the University of Iowa. Number 45, Brent Troy, 5'10", 184. As Evans in motion again, the same play, the option. This time, defense reads it perfectly. Iman forced to pitch it. It goes to Kinney, and he's going to be hit actually for a loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and long. Defensive backfield, number 1 at a corner, Tyler Hall, 6'1", 171 and a junior. Number 11, Matt Goen, the other corner, 6 foot 173 and a senior. Free safety, number 35, Kyle Merton, 6'1", 183 and a senior. And number 27, Troy Zimmerman at the strong safety, 6'2", 191 and a senior. Second down and 14 as Iman out of the shotgun again. Brent Ginn to the far side, Evans the slot to the near side in motion. Iman with a straight drop back pass, and he's looking, he's got the fade route going to Ginn at the 10-yard line, just a bit overthrown, falls incomplete.
I think Ginn may have been looking for that ball to be thrown a little more inside. It looked to me like he hesitated just a little bit in his stride, and that ball sailed on Iman towards the outside and just beyond the fingers of Ginn.
Incompletion brings up 3rd down and 14, the ball at the 35-yard line. They are close to Andrew Shutt field goal range. A couple weeks ago during the pregame warm-ups, I saw him in inclement weather hitting consistently from about 50 yards. So here inside the Unidome, should be able to get some extra distance as Kinney lines up in the double slot as here comes the blitz. Looks like they're setting up the bubble screen, and Iman's sacked. Big number 36, Luke Andrusuk, back all the way at the 45-yard line. A loss of 10 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down for City High.
You can hear the cheers from the other side of the dome for the Bulldogs yelling Luke on that one. But, boy, that's something you just don't want to do as a quarterback. You were in maybe field goal range, but you definitely don't want to take a sack for 10 yards on that play and take yourself out of field goal range.
Looked like the screen was being set up, and Bettendorf just came with the house. And DP Iman, looks like they only had 10 Little Hawks out on the field.
Yeah,
so
he didn't have all his personnel, or the right personnel at least.
Forced to take a timeout, so we will take one with him. 6:26 to go. City High facing 4th and 24. No score. We will take a 60-second timeout. Nope, they were red. That's all right. And back at the Unidome in Cedar Falls, DP Iman's punt almost blocked, but he got it off. It hit about the 15, and it was rolling, and Ryan Alberhaski down, waiting for it to take that final hop so he could down it as close to the goal line as possible. And then all of a sudden, Mark, it just took a funny hop and bounced right into the end zone. Alberhaski unable to down it.
Well, there's a reason when they created this football game that they created that ball in an odd shape.
As here is the straight drop back pass from Fick, as it's complete out here to number 22, Colin Sandeman, out to the 27 yard line. Called a pickup of 7 on the play.
Yeah, it was a nice effort there by Alberhaski there to cover the punt. He was trying to down it, inside. I thought myself initially when it first bounced it was going to angle out of bounds at about the 11, but it kicked back towards the center of the field, and it may have caught him off guard and now off balance there just a little bit, and I think he waited just one extra hop too many before he decided to grab a hold of it, and by then it was right on the goal line.
2nd down and 3 for Bettendorf. It looks like the Little Hawks bringing some pressure. There's the counteraction to Jackson. It's hit in the backfield by Bohm. He gets away from the first tackle, but the pursuit is there. Jackson able to fall ahead for a gain of about a yard.
Once again, for the Little Hawks on defense, Stephen, a good initial surge. In fact, this is the 3rd out of 5 plays from scrimmage for Bettendorf in which they've made contact with the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage, but yet only one of those 3 have actually resulted in losses on the play.
Twins formation for the Bulldogs to the far side of the field. 3rd down and 2 with 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Straight drop back pack for Fisk, and he's rolling out. He's got some room to run, but he's going to throw it instead to a wide open receiver. That's Sanderman. He's at the 45, brought down there finally at the 49 yard line. Call that a pickup of 21 on the play. Mark, it was a situation where it was just a straight rollout pass. It looked like Fick could either run for the first down or throw it. He saw that his receiver had found a hole in the zone and just lobbed it over to him and got an extra few yards.
Yeah, he could have run it himself, but he's like, what the heck? He's already up the field 10 yards. He's wide open. I'll let him do all the work.
The ball resting just on the Bettendorf side of the 50-yard line. Twins formation to the far side, as there is motion from the far to the near side. And there's the handoff to the motion man. Number 11, he's across midfield to the 46-yard line. That's Matt Goen in at a wide receiver. He's ahead for a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6.
To the credit of the City High defense, on that pass play for Fick that he completed for the first down, it was the first down of the ball game for the Bulldogs, and it came after over 7 minutes were gone in the first quarter.
2nd down and 6. The ball at the City High 46-yard line out of the I formation. There's a turn and the handoff to Jackson across right tackle. Just waits for that offensive line to open up a hole, and he's down inside the 45 to about the 40-yard line. Brought down by Ryan Bohm and Alex Smith.
It'll be enough for a first down.
Called a gain of 6 on the play.
And actually, prior to that play, there's only been 1 first down for each team through the first 7+ minutes of the game.
Definitely a defensive struggle, something we figured it could be coming in here. 1st down and 10. As we approach the 3.5-minute mark, no score. So there's the play action pass. And Fick again rolling out, got all kinds of room, but he throws it instead, this time to his receiver, Ivory. Knocked out of bounds inside the 30 at the 26-yard line. That is a gain of 13 on the play and another first down.
The momentum right now for Bettendorf, and the Little Hawks are going to want to come up with some kind of big defensive play here, either a stop for a loss or maybe a turnover, because right now Bettendorf getting into an offensive rhythm.
Ivory splitting out wide to the far side. Thomas Davis to the near side. The I form again behind Fick, and there's the handoff to the second man, or the first man through. That's Rodriguez, and he just bowls his way inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Nothing fancy there, Mark, just straight ahead running, and Rodriguez got the ball and just lowered his head and took off.
He's a stout guy, 5'11", 196, so low center of gravity, and just get him moving forward. And good things are probably going to happen for the Bulldogs. And this is a team that Rodriguez averages almost 5 yards a carry. Jackson over 6, and Camarena over 6 as well.
Sandman and Chris Ivory to the near side in the Twins formation. There's the turn and the handoff to Jackson, looking for running room across the left side. He's inside the 15 to the 10, breaks away from the tackle, cuts back across at the 5. Touchdown, Bettendorf. 18-yard touchdown run for Tim Jackson. And Mark, we talked about it. He knows how to find the end zone. He did a good job there to just cut back across the defense and get into the end zone.
When you've scored almost 40 touchdowns in a season, yeah, you find a way to get there. That was a great individual effort to really only broke one initial tackle, and then just great vision to find an open hole and get to the zone.
Chris Mahosky, number 5, in to kick the extra point as there's pressure up the middle, but the high kick goes right through the uprights. So at the 2:44 mark to go in this first quarter, Bettendorf has struck first. They take the early 7-0 lead. We'll take another 60-second timeout and be back with more right after this on AM 800 KXIC. And welcome back to the Unidome on the campus of the University of Northern Iowa. Bettendorf with the 7-0 lead as the kicker kicks it off deep to the 10-yard line where Phil Kinney takes it, looking for some running room. He's across the 20 to the 25-yard line where he's brought down there. First down for City High. Their last drive, Mark, they got some things going, and then they had a penalty and a quarterback sack that kind of took them out of their rhythm. They were forced to punt it. Look for them to do something similar here.
Let's see if they start to give that Bettendorf defense a little more of a different look here on offense. They're going to start by going with quarterback under center for starters.
The I formation, the toss to the near side with Phil Kinney. Looking for some running room, cuts it back. He's across the 26, jumps over the pile to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Looked like Matt Maynard was into the ballgame on that play. As Sean Hosini checking in, Dorian Davis checking out.
You know, that first drive for City High, even though they reached all the way down to the Bettendorf 30, they only had 1 first down on that drive.
It was a big one, though, the 27-yard gain out of DP Iman off of the quarterback option. They are out of the shotgun again. Kenny, the tailback. And there's the straight drop back pass looking to throw. And he's got Maynard going deep. The ball, great defense there, number 11, Matt Goen. Just jumped up there and knocked that ball away. A penalty flag comes in.
In the backfield, going to be offensive holding.
So the play would have been negated even if Maynard wouldn't have been able to catch the pass. Pushes the Little Hawks back inside their own 20-yard line. At least Coach Scott, I'm assuming, will push them back.
Well, they could decline this and make it 3rd down and about, it'd be 3rd down and 7 if they decline it. 3rd down and, well, short 7, long 6.
Coach talking with the officials. Take this moment to mention tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Heartland Medical Supply. They have all your medical supply needs. Give them a call at 341-8588. And as you talked about, Mark, they decided to decline the penalty there. So City High faced with 3rd down and 7.
Now, that might not seem like much, but that could be a real statement here for Bettendorf because the coaching staff is saying, all right, defense, we're trusting you right now because you're controlling the line of scrimmage for the most part. So let's see if you can hold them here on third down.
Ball at the 29-yard line. Iman with the straight drop back pass, and he's looking. He's got Dorian Davis up the middle. Defense there, number 35 for the Bulldogs. Kyle Merton able to get in there and get his hand on it, knock it away. Davis had found an opening there, but the ball falls to the turf, and Little Hawks will be forced to punt it again.
As you could say that Merton's hands were on that football momentarily.
Dropping back from his free safety position as Iman in to punt again, standing back at his own 15-yard line. Tim Jackson deep to receive, standing at the 35. So here comes pressure again, almost blocked. Iman with the low spiraling kick fielded at the 36. There's a penalty flag down as Jackson is across the 40 to the 45. Still on his feet to the midfield. He's got one man to beat, spins away at the 40. Brought down finally at the 37-yard line. But, Mark, I think this one is going to be coming back.
It is going to come back. We've got a clipping back here at about the 36-yard line in Bettendorf territory. The victim there for City High was Ryan Alberhaske. So maybe a little bit of redemption there for Ryan. When he wasn't able to down the previous punt inside the 5-yard line, he plays the role of victim here, and he's going to help his team out by field position of probably close to 35, if not 40 yards, because the ball with the return was up at about 36?
About the 36-yard line.
And this will be either
it'll be from the 36 to back at the 21 about.
10, 15-yard penalty. So, yeah, I mean, we're talking about close to a 50-yard difference in field position. So, again, we can take some of the pressure off Ryan Alberhaske.
Big break for this Little Hawk defense again, pushing Bettendorf back deep into their own territory, forcing them to go a long ways.
It's a 10-yarder, but still, it's again, it is 40 yards in difference from our 36 back to Bettendorf's 26.
Bulldogs coming up 1st and 10. Twins to the near side with Sandeman and Chris Ivory. The lone running back is Mondo Rodriguez. So there's the turn and a fumble on the play. Looked like they were trying to hand it off to the man coming in motion. Fick with a good job to just pick that up off the turf and get ahead. He loses about 2 on the play.
Tackle made there first in on the contact was Josh Keppel.
On that play, Mark, Colin Sandeman coming in motion and couldn't quite tell if they were trying to fake it to him and run something else or hand it off to him. But one way or the other, the ball came out of Fick's hands, hit the turf. He was able to get the lucky bounce and get it and get back ahead for a loss of about 1.5 yards.
It was a bang-bang play. It was as soon as Fick turned, the motion man was right there, and so I don't know if that was an attempted handoff or he just ran into the football and knocked that out of his hands.
2nd down and a long 11 as Fick back to pass. He's under pressure from Nico Batembe. He's going to tuck it under and run. Tripped up there by Ryan Bohm. No, check that, Josh Keppel. He's able to fall across the 30 to about the 31. Pickup of 5 on the play.
At least a first down saving tackle there by Keppel, getting Fick right at the ankles there, because that could have gone for a lot more.
As we are inside of 30 seconds to go in this first quarter, Bettendorf, thanks to an 18-yard touchdown run by Tim Jackson, the early 7-0 lead. Other than that drive, it's been a defensive struggle between these two teams. 3rd down and 5 for Bettendorf. Twins to the far side. Jackson lining up in a slot to the near side. Rodriguez is the lone setback, and there's the play action. Fick back to pass, looking. Batembe flushing him out of the pocket. He's got room to run. He's going to tuck it under and get drugged down from behind. Check that he gets away from the tackle of Davis and is run out of bounds at the 38-yard line. He will pick up 7 yards on the play, enough for a first down. And that will be the final play of this first quarter. Bettendorf opening up the early 7-0 lead. They will come back and have the ball 1st and 10. West Branch. Oh.
What's that?
I thought I knew the answer to the trivia. And welcome back to the Unidome. A fresh 12 minutes up on the clock as City High trailing 7-0. Their defense out on the field. Bettendorf 1st down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Ryan Fick, the quarterback, up under center. Twins to the near side with Colin Sandeman and number 21, Chris Ivory. There's the turn and the option with Fick. He's going to keep it himself. He's across the 40 to the 45. Brought down there finally by Albert Haskey at about the 48-yard line. He will be very close to another first down.
Right now, Stephen, for Bettendorf on offense, if they can get people to the outside, they're facing very little resistance. On the previous play where Fick ran for that first down, there was a blitz on for the Little Hawks. The interior line for Bettendorf picked up the blitz. But again, once Fick got on the outside, because that's where the blitz was coming straight up the middle, once he got to the outside, he had green carpet there aplenty. And right now, Little Hawks, again, not being able to turn things back inside.
The chain gang out on the field, and Fick able to get the first down by the nose of the football out at the 48-yard line.
Unofficially at Bettendorf with 6 first downs in the first quarter to just 1 for City High.
Another one here to start the second quarter is Fick, the straight drop back pass. The blitz picked up beautifully. So there's the loft pass out to Ivory. He catches it at the 35, gets drugged down there finally inside the 25 at the 24. That is Ben Evans on the tackle. Just a quick little fade pattern there. Got it right over the defender, and it's enough for the first down.
Nice touch on that pass by Fick. He put it right where only Ivory could haul it in. Pretty good coverage by Ben Evans on that. He was right there, but he got kind of caught turning around trying to find out where the football was, and he lost sight, because if he'd known where it was, he probably could have just batted away with a hand up there, but instead, ball just got over the top of him into Ivory's hands.
29 yards on the completion brings up first down at the City High 23. There's the handoff to Tim Jackson, hitting the backfield, able to fall ahead to about the 22, 21-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
Seeing a lot of blitzing here early for City High on defense. And again, we've talked about it. They are undersized up front on the line of scrimmage. And so one way to combat that is try to get things going with some more speed. But right now it hasn't done as much damage as they would hope.
Twins to the far side of the field, and there's the quick little flare out to Sandeman. He's got it at the 20 inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Twin wide receivers, he was the slot man, Mark. He just stepped back and caught the pass as the far wide receiver came in and got the block. And then he just able to turn it for a gain of about 11. Down to the 12-yard line.
Well, Bettendorf is doing an excellent job of mixing things up with the pass and the run. Pretty good balance here in the early stages.
Unofficially here, I have Ryan Fick 5 out of 5 for 81 yards in this first half. First down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Twins formation again as there's the toss to the far side to Jackson. He's at the 10. He cuts across the 5, and he's into the end zone. Did not get touched there. Great blocking up front by the Bulldogs, and he went in for the 12-yard touchdown run.
This is the first game I've had a chance to see Bettendorf, but at this point it looks like inside of 20 yards it's automatic with Tim Jackson.
Second touchdown run on the evening as Chris Mahosky in to attempt the extra point out of the hold of number 4, Thomas Davis. There's the snap, pressure up the middle, but the kick is plenty high and right through the uprights. So at the 10:45 mark to go in this first half, City High finds himself trailing 14-0. We'll take another 60-second timeout and be back with more football right after this on AM 800 KX.
This reminds me, I've had like 3 or 4 people come in from Hills Bank to record some shop locally stuff, but haven't had a production order yet to put anything on the air.
Look for the onside. Back at the Unidome as Chris Mahosky with the ball teed up and puts a foot into it. High end-over-end kick that Phil Kenny fields back at the 3. He's up the middle of the field across the 10 to the 12-yard line. And a great form tackle there. Number 36, Luke Andrusick, brings him down. Kenny, no room to run there. And the Little Hawks pinned deep here for their third offensive possession back at the 14-yard line.
Well, Stephen, it's not do or die time yet for City High, but it would be great to get some points on this offensive series. But if nothing else, get some rhythm, get some positive yards up the field to get you some confidence that maybe you can do something even bigger and better later on.
First down and 10 out of the shotgun formation. Iman, the straight drop back pass. Under pressure, he's going to be hit from behind. Right there, the Division I recruit, Pat Angerer, off the corner blitz. Just comes in and gets Iman back at the 10-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play.
Actually, I believe that was 42, Chuck Mayberry, that made the stop.
Oh, was it Mayberry?
Angerer, we didn't know if you were going to see him tonight. He did not play in the previous playoff game for Bettendorf.
Number 42 instead of 43. As Iman out of the shotgun again. Straight drop back pass, and he's going to run the quarterback draw, and he's hit right there at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be lucky to get back up there. No gain on the play. And third down and 15. The Little Hawks facing tough situation right away, Mark.
Well, they're going with no huddle, which is it's okay to keep the defense off guard a little bit, but when you don't really have any rhythm going offensively, I'm not sure how much it's going to help you.
Iman with the play call as he drops back a little bit deeper. Maybe punting the ball here, as he is. A quick kick. Bettendorf recognized it, tried to get back. The ball hits at the 40. It's going to cross midfield and keep rolling down to the 45, 41-yard line where it is downed. So the quick kick results in a 49-yard punt for DP Iman. But Bettendorf, touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. Both of them 8-play drives. One 8 plays, 80 yards for an 18-yard touchdown. The other 8 plays, 74 yards, and a 12-yard touchdown, both by Tim Jackson. They take over first and 10, their best starting position of the night at their own 42. 9:23 to go in this first half. Twins formation to the far side with Sandeman and Chris Ivory. Looks like Mondo Rodriguez, the lone setback. As Sandeman in motion, he gets the handoff from Fick. He's across the 40 to the 45, jukes away from a defender too, across midfield, still on his feet, brought down finally at the 48-yard line. He is going to be, looks like he will have a first down, a pickup of 11 on the play.
I know we're only at the 9-minute, 15-second mark of the second quarter, but the defense looks a little bit tired right now because the tackling has not been very sharp. Sanderman didn't have a whole lot of room to run, but he just kept his legs going and kept spinning, kept moving, and next thing you know, he had a first down.
Coach Scott wanting to talk some things over with his team as they've been able to move the ball here pretty successfully in this early going. Coach Sabers down talking with his team, and Mark,
and Bettendorf declined it, giving their defense a challenge there on 3rd and 6 or 7, saying, we're going to stop you. A lot of confidence there for that defense. Conversely, you might have taken a little bit of confidence away from the Little Hawk offense when they punted the ball away on 3rd down.
Twins to the near side, and there's the toss to the motion man. That's Tim Jackson. He's inside the 45 to the 41-yard line. Pickup of about 7 on the play.
There was some good pursuit there initially by Dorian Davis, but he got double teamed and got taken out of the play.
Good job though by Davis to force it back to the inside so that there was a few more red jerseys to come help with that tackle.
We talked when the offense had the football for City High that they needed some positive things to regain some confidence. Defense needs a stop, best a turnover.
Twins to the far side as there's the turn and the handoff to the second man through. That is Rodriguez, and he cuts through across the 40 to the 35. Brought down finally at the 30-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play. Rodriguez, just the straight ahead dive. He got it. He did a little juke move and then just lowered his head and got down all the way to the 30. Another first down for the Bulldogs as we approach the 8-minute mark in this first quarter. Bettendorf looking to add to their 14-0 lead in this first half.
And when you've got that lead, Stephen, you can maybe keep it a little more on the ground here and really wear on that Little Hawk defense.
So there's the straight drop back pass from Fick as he completes it out to Ivory at the 25, dragged out of bounds there by Albert Haskey at about the 23, gain of 7.
Of course, as I say that, they go to the air, of course.
One thing you'll learn, Mark, nobody's perfect in guessing plays.
I'm no John Madden, I'll tell you that much.
Of course not. It's radio. You don't have a telestrator.
I'm at least half the man John Madden is from a physical standpoint.
Right. Second down and 3. The ball at the 23-yard line here for Bettendorf. As Matt Gowan lining up to the near side. Chris Ivory to the far side. Gowan in motion. There's the turn, and he gets the handoff. He's across the 25 to the 20. Albert Haskey wrestles him down finally at the 18-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play, and another first down for Bettendorf.
Well, again, City High could really use a turnover.
Coach Sabers feeling the momentum shifting to the Bulldogs here, and his defense tiring out. He's going to take a timeout and talk some things over with him. We'll take a timeout as well, a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more right after this on AM 800 KXIC. And welcome back to the Unidome. Bettendorf with first down and 10 at the City High 17-yard line. Motion from the far to the near side out of Colin Sandeman, and there's the counter toss to Jackson. He's leveled there. Looks like Dorian Davis with the hit right at the line of scrimmage. Jackson maybe ahead for about a yard. Actually, they'll spot him down at the 16-yard line, so gain of about a yard and a half.
32 meet 32 on that stop. Good pursuit by Davis. And even if he didn't make the tackle, again, he was able to turn that play back inside where he could get some more help from his teammates.
Second down and 9. The ball just inside the 17-yard line for Bettendorf. Straight drop back pass here for Fick. And he's looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. Penalty flag comes in. And he steps up and he throws it. He's got Ivory at the 10-yard line. He cuts away from a tackle, and he's brought down right at the goal line. I have a feeling, though, Mark, this one could be coming back.
Well, it's in the area of offensive holding, and that would be a break for City High if it is.
Looks like the Bulldogs are backing up. There is the signal. Holding against Bettendorf. So instead of first and goal just inside the 1, they will be faced with a second down and I believe about 19 back at the 27-yard line.
Now this will be marked from the point of infraction, not the line of scrimmage. So that'll be a little bonus there for the Little Hawks.
So the penalty actually at the 20-yard line makes it second down and 23.
Well, City High looking a little more aggressive on defense following the timeout. They had the good stop there by Davis on first down. And while Fick was able to complete that pass on the play that was nullified by the holding, at least he had to check off to a second or third option because his first one was taken away by the Little Hawk defense. So maybe there's some signs of life there.
Twins to the near side as Fick with the play action pass looking to throw, and he's forced out. Good defense there by Botembe to cut him back in. And Fick rolling out at the 30, spins away again, and he tries to throw it up. And
that was very dangerous on Fick's part. He was lucky it wasn't picked off.
Looked like he was in the grasp back at the 35, and he just lobbed the ball up there for grabs.
I don't think they have that rule in high school, do they, in the grass?
I don't think so. First incompletion on the night, though.
Excellent coverage downfield that time by the backers and the defensive secondary for City High because they only rushed 3, so they had to have good coverage downfield for Fick to hold on to the ball as long as he did, and almost a sack by Davis.
Third down and long at the 30-yard line as Twins to the near side with Ivory and Sandeman. Straight drop back pass for Fick. Botembe under pressure, and they set up the screen to the near side with Rodriguez. He's got some blockers in front of him. He cuts away at the 30. He's got the corner to the 20. Knocked out of bounds there finally at the 18-yard line by Brent Ginn. Pickup of 12 on the play. Actually about 13.
They get back to the original line of scrimmage and back into much better field goal position for Bettendorf. Their kicker, Mahosky, his long of the season is 47, so this is certainly within his range. It'll be about a 35-yard attempt.
Ball on the near hash mark. Again, the hold out of number 4, Thomas Davis, the backup tight end. The snap is down. Pressure from the Little Hawks, almost blocked. Kick is plenty long, and it sails right through the uprights. So with 5 minutes exactly to go in this first half, Bettendorf extending their lead. You never like to talk about moral victories mark, especially coaches, but and then the quick kick on 3rd down. So they're looking to get any sort of momentum going into this second half as Ben Evans and Phil Kinney back deep to receive the kick of Mahoski. And there's a high, deep kick that's going to go into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone. This Bettendorf team is definitely jacked up here.
I think it might be something in the air, or maybe it's just because we're inside.
Could be.
But unofficially, by my count, I have got Bettendorf with 14 first downs here in the first half, just 1 for City High. That came on their first series of the game.
Doing a quick cursory check of my stats. Looks like about 90 yards on the ground and 100 yards through the air. 190 yards of total offense for Bettendorf, as there's the first down play out of the I formation to Phil Kinney. He's hitting the backfield, able to spin his way back to the line of scrimmage, but good pursuit by the Bulldogs.
Right now, Little Hawks on offense, they are just not getting the line of scrimmage controlled. It's in Bettendorf's hands at this point.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down and 10. City High huddling up. Iman getting the signals from the sidelines. Ben Evans splitting out wide to the far side. Brent Jen to the near side. As the Little Hawks going out of the shotgun formation. Jen in motion. Now Iman, straight drop back pass. He's under pressure and he's hit as he throws it. And he's just forced to throw it away. He actually wasn't really set. Almost looked like he jumped when he threw that pass, Mark. Just all kinds of pressure coming up the middle from that Bettendorf defense.
Drew Berry, number 62, applying the pressure up the middle. And, yeah, Iman was lucky to get that ball off.
DP, 4 passes on the night. None of them have been caught. Little Hawks faced with yet another 3rd down and long situation deep in their own territory. Iman out of the shotgun, straight drop back pass, and he flares it out to Kinney. Looks like he's got some running room. He cuts it back, and defense closes down in a hurry as he's across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Actually about the 24, a gain of 4 on the play.
Unfortunately, right now for City High, with because they're down 17-0, they're almost, and while it's still relatively early, I mean, you're still in the first half, they've pretty much had to abandon the running game, so they're throwing more. Unfortunately, that means when you when you have a pass incompletion, you're stopping the clock, and Bettendorf's going to get the ball back with plenty of time to put more points on the board.
3.5 minutes to go, 4th down and 6 for City High. DP Iman into punt as Tim Jackson back deep to receive. Iman, another good kick, fielded back at the 45 by Jackson. He's got the wall set up to the near side. He's across midfield to the 45, the 40, cuts it back at the 35, and brought down finally at the 33-yard line. Good return. And Bettendorf takes over, 1st down and 10. Little Hawk defense forcing the Bulldogs to kick a field goal last time out. But any time that the offense starts out at the 33-yard line, definitely a tough time for that defense to step up and keep them from scoring any points.
Well, this would truly be a moral victory if they can keep them from tacking on anything else to that 17-point lead.
Twins to the far side, and there is the counter toss again to Jackson. He's inside the 30, and he cuts it back to the outside at the 25. Finally run out of bounds by Kinney at the 23-yard line. He will be close to a 1st down, a gain of 10 on the play.
Again, the winner of this ball game will meet West Des Moines Valley in the championship game. Valley beat Ankeny earlier tonight, 49-10.
That game all but over when we got here. It was, I believe, 35-10 when we walked in. West Des Moines with a couple of touchdowns late. 2nd down and a short 1. As Jackson was knocked out of bounds, there's the play action pass for Fick. He's flushed out of the pocket, looks for his receiver, Ivory, and he steps up in the pocket, throws over Ivory. Looked like he was looking for Ivory to go straight across the end zone. Ivory actually came back and was at about the 5-yard line, and the ball goes incomplete. Not a bad play call there, though, Mark. You've got 2nd down, and it looks like about half of a yard. Why not throw it to the end zone the way your offensive line's been playing? 1 yard should not be a hard thing to get here.
certainly take a shot up the field on 2nd and short. And I've been impressed by Fick's composure back there. He never seems to be real worried about anything. That's not to discredit the pursuit by the Little Hawk defense. He just seems to be pretty composed.
There's the handoff to Jackson across left tackle, through a big hole. He's at the 20, breaks away from a couple of tackles and dragged down inside the 10 at the 5-yard line. Ryan Alrahaski finally the man to bring him down. Pickup of 18 on the play. Jackson showing why he's one of the better running backs, actually one of the better all-around football players in the eastern half of the state, if not the entire state. Unofficially, 11 carries for 75 yards in this first half. First down and goal, the ball at the 5-yard line, 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Now the wishbone formation for Bettendorf. There's the turn and the handoff to the second man through. That is, looks like number 20. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Check that, number 28, Tim Camarena. He's ahead for a gain of 4 on the play.
And now they're taking him out, so I won't get a chance to use my line. If he had scored, I could have said, hey, Camarena.
Los Lobos and the Macarena from a few years ago.
We'll save that for another time, apparently.
Second down and goal. Wishbone formation again with Rodriguez, Walker, and it looks like Gabe Tissue. So there's the handoff to Walker, and he's across right tackle into the end zone. 1-yard touchdown run, and Bettendorf extends their lead to 23-0.
Well, that front interior defense for City High, again, it's only in the second quarter, but they are just worn out from chasing this Bettendorf offense.
Chris Mahosky in to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, and the kick sails right through the uprights. 1:53 to go in the first half, and Bettendorf has opened up a 24-0 lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout, a 30-second break, and be back with the conclusion of the first half right after this on AM 800 KXIC. 71 degrees here in the Unidome. Chris Mahosky, tees the ball up and puts a foot into it. High end over end kick that Phil Kinney fields back at the 2-yard line. Looking for some running room across the 15, cuts it back, and he's brought down at the 18-yard line. Great pursuit all night so far by this Bettendorf team on the kick coverage.
And again, for the Little Hawks offense, not very good field position, and that's we haven't talked about it to this point, but that's played as an important a role as any at this point, because Bettendorf, the last 3 offensive possessions for sure, have been played on a very short field.
First down and 10 at the 18-yard line, 1:47 to go in this first half. Hyman out of the shotgun, straight drop back pass, and he's flushed out of the pocket looking for some running room. He's got the corner at the left side, across the 20 to the 25, runs out of bounds at the 29, almost the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 on the play.
And Stephen, that is the first down for City High since they got a first down on their opening series of the ball game.
And I believe that was about the second play of the game. Little Hawks forced to punt the ball early and often here this evening. First down run there, though, at the 29. As out of the shotgun again, Hyman barking out the signals. Looks like Matt Maynard split out to the near side. And there is the quarterback draw for Hyman. He's looking for some running room across the 35 and brought down out at near the 40-yard line. Looks like he will have enough for another first down. Pickup of 11 on the play. And a minute and a half to go in the first half. The Little Hawks finally with some momentum going offensively. Trying to get into the end zone, or at least onto the scoreboard before this first half comes to a close. Brent Jen in motion from the near to the far side. And there's the straight drop back pass. Hyman hit as he throws it. Leads his receiver, Dorian Davis, a little too much.
He felt the heat from Luke Andrusik, and we've called his name several times here tonight. And Kenny tried to pick him up on the blitz, just got a piece of him, but not enough that Hyman was forced to throw it too soon and out of reach from Davis.
Second down and 10, the ball at the Little Hawk 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Iman, quarterback draw again, looking for some running room. Hit in the backfield, he spins away, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's actually going to be stopped, though, for a loss of about a yard. And it looks like Bettendorf, after only seeing this a couple of times, has been able to sniff that out in a hurry as a Little Hawk player is down on the field. And it looks smart, like that could be DP Iman. He will be thrust into action here. Minute 8 to go in this first half. 24-0. Bettendorf on top of Iowa City High. Jones up under center out of the I formation, facing 3rd down and 11 back at the 39-yard line. There's the turn and the toss to Phil Kinney. He's looking for the halfback pass, and he's got Ryan Bohm deep. Overthrows him. The ball actually intercepted back there. Tim Jackson on the defense, and a penalty flag is down.
We could have roughing the passer, I'm not sure, because Little Hawks seem to be a little excited about things from their offensive unit. But that was the play was there. The receiver was open, but Kenny maybe showing us why he's the regular tailback and not the quarterback. He threw a duck out there that was picked off, but let's see if City High catches a break here with the penalty.
Well, the official, it looked like he said personal foul against City High, but he is talking with the Little Hawks now.
Question will be whether it was when it was still in possession of City High or post-possession.
There he switches it, actually. Personal foul, late hit against Bettendorf. So that'll be a 15-yard walk-off and an automatic first down. City High will get the ball out at the 46-yard line now. 1 minute even to go in this first half into Bulldog territory.
I don't believe City High has used a timeout yet here in the first half. So
actually, they've used 2 of them.
2 of them? Okay,
yep.
I'm sorry.
Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Jones out of the shotgun, straight drop back pass, and he's looking. He throws it out here to Brent Ginn, caught at the 37-yard line. Ginn kept in bounds.
They've got enough time here if they can get close enough for a field goal attempt to get something on the scoreboard to look for some kind of something to hang your hat on before halftime.
8-yard pickup on that play down to the 36-yard line, 38-yard line rather. Jones out of the shotgun again, drops back and flares it out to Kenny. He catches it at the 40, jukes away from a defender, spins out of bounds. He'll be close to a first down at the 37-yard line. I believe he'll be about a yard short, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they gained anything on that play, but he almost made a mistake. He finally realized that I better get towards the sideline, get out of bounds, and stop the clock, because he almost turned it back upfield.
Call it a short yard on the play. 3rd down and 1. The ball just inside the 38-yard line, actually right at the 38-yard line. City High, 28 seconds and a timeout, trailing 24-0. Keaton Jones out of the shotgun again. Straight drop back pass, and he throws the little flare pass behind Dorian Davis. Davis with his hands on it, unable to corral it though. And it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Well, let's see, you've got 25 seconds. I'm not sure that they're close enough to, oh boy, it would be a 53-yard field goal attempt, 54 yards. I don't, not having seen Andrew Shutt, but I'm assuming that he probably doesn't have that in him, even indoors. But, I mean, heck, you're down 24-0, 4th and 1, and you haven't had many trips into Bettendorf territory. You got to go for it.
Little Hawks out in the shotgun formation again. They are going for it. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Jones under pressure, and he throws it out here to Ryan Bohm. He's got it at the 34-yard line, and he's run out of bounds. He will have enough for the first down. Great job there by Keaton Jones, just standing in there to complete that pass for the first down. Down at the 33-yard line, a pickup of 5 on that play.
Well, Keaton Jones has come in here off the bench in for DP Iman, who is injured, and he's looked like a pretty cool customer so far.
First down and 10 at the 32-yard line of Bettendorf. 20 seconds to go in the first half. And there is the out and up pattern going deep for Ben Evans, and he catches it inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. Great catch there. Tyler Hawley, the cornerback, thought he had the coverage, went for the interception, Evans just jumped up and got the ball out of his hands, and he gets down for a 22-yard pickup. Great throw, great catch, and this Little Hawks team all of a sudden has the ball first and goal at the 5-yard line, Mark.
Well, I talked about Keaton Jones coming in here being a pretty cool customer, and he laid it up there. It wasn't the best of throws, but his receiver bails him out there, and great effort there by Ben Evans. And
5-8-8.
Any shots here, Stephen, you got to go to the end zone. Through the air.
You're out of timeouts as Evans in motion from the far to the near side. Jones, straight drop back pass, and he is looking to the end zone. He's got Evans there. It's caught for the touchdown, City High. 5-yard touchdown pass to Ben Evans. And the Little Hawks showing some life, cutting the lead to 24-6, pending Andrew Schutt's extra point.
What a performance by Keaton Jones to take, again, come in for the injured DP Iman and take his team, what I think they had the ball about their own 45 at the time he was injured, and take him the final 55 yards to the end zone.
As the extra point from Schutt sails right through the uprights. 9 seconds to go in the first half. The Little Hawks have cracked the scoreboard 24-7. And you talked about that, Mark, coming in 5 out of 6 for 41 yards for Keaton Jones there on that tail end of that drive.
Well, I guess, how can some of these schools do it year after year? They've got a team in the playoffs, in the state semifinals, in state title games. It's because, they have such a strong program where they beat teams so soundly that their backups get, a quarter and a half, almost 2 quarters of experience per game themselves.
Andrew Schutt's kick deep, fielded back at the 1 by Rodriguez. He's up the right sideline across the 15 to the 20. Across the 20, finally brought down there at the 25-yard line. So with 1 second left, Bettendorf will come out and have time for one play. Leading 24-7.
Be a prevent defense now for the Little Hawks. They're going to probably put a couple of guys deep, a little deeper than normal anyway, in case they decide to throw it deep for a Hail Mary here, but it looks like they're going to just take a knee.
As Fick does just take the knee and run out the first half. And Bettendorf will go to the locker room with a 17-point lead. They come out and score on 4 consecutive possessions. They have opened up a 24-7 lead over Iowa City High. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break, and be back with your halftime right after this on AM 800 KXI. Something that we didn't really touch on when we first went to the halftime, but with DP Iman's injury, not only do you have to rely on the punter, it looks like John McCracken, number 31, has been kicking the ball here consistently about 30-35 yards. So it'd be interesting to see if that has any sort of a factor and how that plays out here in the second half.
Well, not just the actual punting itself, but also, handling the snap from center.
Something that we didn't really touch on when we first went to the halftime, but with DP Iman's injury, not only do you have to rely on Keaton Jones coming into the ball game, you also have to find a new punter, as Iman has been the punter. It looks like John McCracken, number 31, has been kicking the ball here consistently about 30-35 yards. So it'd be interesting to see if that has any sort of a factor and how that plays out here in the second half.
Well, not just the actual punting itself, but also, handling the snap from center, and just that exchange in and of itself can be put out of balance, put out of whack. We'll just have to see how they do it. The answer to that, of course, for City High would be just start putting more points on the board, just keep that offense going and don't have to worry about punting. Inside in climate-controlled conditions here, that you can probably add at least 3, maybe 4 yards comfortably to any kick. You might be able to extend your range by a good 6 or 7 yards. Of course, Mahoski for Bettendorf has a 40. His long has been 41 yards, or excuse me, 47. So if you factor that in, he could possibly attempt one from 50 if it came down to that.
Mahoski with the ball, teed up at the 40-yard line, ready to kick off. Phil Kinney and Dorian Davis back deep to receive for City High. There's a high end-over-end kick. Kenny fields at the 4-yard line, and he's running up behind his wedge to the left side. He's across the 20 where he's hit and dropped right there at the 21. First down and 10. So the Little Hawks with their first offensive possession of this second half, trailing 24-7.
And it will be Keaton Jones at quarterback. So DP Iman, we could probably assume, is done for the game.
I did not see when the team came out if DP had his pads on still or if maybe he's on the sideline somewhere. As the Little Hawks come out with a 5 wide receiver set, Phil Kinney actually lining up in the slot position to the far side of the field. Here comes the pressure up the middle, and Jones with the first pass of the half. He completes it to Brent Jin. Jin's got the defender beat. He's across midfield to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, City High.
79 yards on the opening play of the second half. That will boost your confidence.
Mark, we talked about it. You wanted to come out to start this ball game and get yourself some confidence. Well, you come out and start the second half. Just a straight drop back pass. They brought the blitz. Jen got behind the defense, and both guys went for the ball. Jen came down with it and then just sprinted his way to the end zone. 79-yard touchdown reception, and the Little Hawks right back into this ball game.
Plays like that, you'll go right from confident to egomaniac.
As Andrew Shutt puts the extra point right through the uprights, and some early fireworks here. 79-yard touchdown pass. And Keaton Jones, his last 2 completions have gone for touchdowns. City High has cut the lead to 24-14.
The defender back there, was it Holly again on that?
Out to tee the ball up. Little Hawks, 1 play, 17 seconds have run off the clock. And when you're down by 17 to start the second half, that's the way you want to do it.
Well, you can bet that Randy Scott, the head coach for Bettendorf, was not happy with his troops there at halftime with the defense allowing that touchdown just before the half. And you can imagine his disposition now after the Little Hawks go 79 yards in 1 play.
Shutt with the high end-over-end kick fielded back at the 7-yard line by Tim Jackson. He's up behind his wedge across the 20-yard line to about the 23 where he's brought down as a penalty flag comes in. Bettendorf will take over. First down, as they are.
We're probably going to have an illegal use of hands of some kind against Bettendorf, and if that's the case, the momentum continues to mount in favor of City High.
Illegal block in the back, so back them up 10 yards. Instead of at the 24, they will be back to their own 14-yard line. Now the City High defense, Mark, definitely wanting to come out, force the 3 and out, and get things going here, get the offense back on the field.
Yeah, it's one thing for the offense to get it going, but now the defense has got to do their part and string together some stops.
First down and 10. Colin Sandeman splitting out wide to the near side. Chris Ivory to the far side. I formation as the Little Hawks bring the blitz. There's the quick little out pattern to Ivory. He's got it at the 20. Stays on his feet to about the 24-yard line. Wrestled down by John McCracken, and looks like Ben Evans over there. Out, though, to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 11 on the play, and a first down.
Well, Bettendorf comes out slinging it themselves, and I imagine, I don't know if that was their plan when they were up 24-7 to start the second half, but we'll see if they probably don't have any thoughts of slowing down right now. They're probably going to try to put the foot back on the pedal.
First down and 10, the ball at the 25-yard line, Twins to the near side. There's the turn and the handoff to Tim Jackson. He's behind his big offensive line, and gang tackled there at the 30-yard line. Good job, about 4 red shirts led by Dorian Davis and Josh Keppel to bring him down. A gain of 5, though, on the play.
Alberhaski and Hosseini also in on the sea of red tackle.
That's what this Little Hawk defense needs to do. Wrap him up and let the rest of your defenders come over and help out. Second down and 5. Twins to the near side again for Bettendorf. Ryan Fick up under center. As there is a shift and the quick little flare pass out here to Goen. He's looking for some running room and he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Great defense there by Ryan Alberhaski, and Coach Sabers is letting him know it. Great play, got inside of the blocker and able to bring him down for no gain, Mark.
Well, you've heard of the Red Storm. That was the Red Swarm on that play. The receiver there for Bettendorf had to feel like he was all alone because he was eventually tackled by about 7 members of that Little Hawk defense.
Third down and 5. The ball resting at the 30-yard line as Jackson goes in motion from the slot to the near side. There's the second man through in Rodriguez. He spins away from the first tackler, and he will be close to a first down. I believe he's got it, Mark.
Yeah, our vantage point here in the press box is right on that 45-yard line, and he got just past it, which would be enough to move the chains.
He got ahead. He was hit about 2 yards down the field. He just spun away, showed athleticism, and then lowered the head and got enough for the first down. Out.
Well, he's a stocky little guy. Again, 5'11", 196. He's kind of hard to get a handle on when he gets that low to the ground.
Twins to the near side again with Chris Ivory and Matt Gowen. Gonzalez the lone setback as Gowen goes in motion. There is the handoff to him, sweeping the left side. He's across the 35, but not very much running room brought down there. Looks like Ryan Bohm, number 36, gets him after a gain of about 2 on the play.
Kinney also in on the first wave there for City High. But right now, Bettendorf has been able to string together back-to-back first downs. Little Hawk defense can't get too happy with themselves. They need a stop. They need to either force a punt or get a turnover.
Second down and 8. The ball at the 37. As Sandeman goes in motion, there's the play-action pass. Fick back, steps up in the pocket, and he throws it in the middle. Tipped up in the air, almost intercepted there. Ball falls to the turf just across midfield. So that'll bring up third down and long.
Now, had that ball been intercepted, it would have been statistically counted against the quarterback, but it doesn't go in the books as the fault of the receiver because it should have been caught by Chris Ivory. Having played split end in my high school football days, I know that if you can touch it, you're supposed to catch it.
You get your hand on it, you're supposed to bring it in. Third down and 8 as the Little Hawk faithful who have made the trek up Interstate 380 are letting their defense know that they are behind them as here comes the blitz from the Little Hawks. Fick hit as he throws it. He gets it out there complete to his big tight end, number 87, Jeff Bitter. He will have enough for the first down out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play.
He's a big target, 6'5", 217. That's a nice safety valve to have on third and long.
Nice play there by Fick, standing in the face of pressure, stepped up and completed the pass.
Well, we talked about his composure there in the first half. Doesn't seem to get rattled at all.
Thomas Davis splitting out to the near side as there's the handoff up the middle to Rodriguez, and he just straight ahead running inside, across the 50 rather, to the 46-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play.
Well, Stephen, very important here for the Little Hawk defense to get a stop and hold Bettendorf to at least a field goal. Ideally, they need to keep him from getting any points on the board at all. Otherwise, the offense is going to kind of feel like that big touchdown of theirs to open up the second half with the first play of the game, first play of the second half, almost for naught.
Twins to the far side, one wide receiver to the near side as there's the play action of the screen, and Fick forced out of the pocket. He tries to spin away from Dorian Davis. Davis, though, hangs on to him. Fick across the 45 to about the 44. Called a pickup of 2 on the play. Good coverage and good defense all around there by the Little Hawks.
Good coverage downfield to make Fick hold the football. That gave that undersized defensive line for City High some time to work their way through the taller trees, the bigger trees of the offensive line for Bettendorf and force him out of the pocket and hold him shy of the first down.
Third down and 2 out of the I formation. There's the turn and the handoff to Tim Jackson. He's looking for some running room. Dorian Davis comes from behind, though, and just drags him down. Actually will be for about a loss of a yard.
32 making the play on 32, and it couldn't come at a better time for the Little Hawk defense.
Looked like Tim Jackson just waiting for the hole to develop. Good pressure up there. Looked like number 55, Alex Berg, able to get some pressure into the backfield and allow Davis to come from the backside position at the linebacker and just drag him down. And Bettendorf will be forced to punt. Mike Hayward out for his second kick on the evening. Looks like Ben Evans and Ryan Bohm back deep to receive. There's a high spiraling short kick that everybody gets away from. It hits at about the 16 and rolls out of bounds at the 14-yard line. City High will take over again, 1st down and 10. And Mark, that's something that all season long, Mark Stern and Jason Dumont, our regular color guys, have talked about. If you get that ball inside the 20, that's just as good, because if you kick it out of bounds and try to get it at the 1 or the 2-yard line and it goes into the end zone, they get it at the 20, and here they save themselves 7 yards of field position.
They did, and let's credit the Little Hawk defense. They bent on that last series, but did not break. And now the offense, let's see if they can continue what they started so vehemently here in the third quarter.
Evans in motion from the far to the near side, and there's the toss sweep to the near side with Kinney. He's looking for some running room across the 15, and he's wrestled down out at the 16-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Like Troy Zimmerman, rather, number 27, in on the tackle.
Jones is going to want to make sure that in the future he makes that pitch with some authority. It kind of floated on him out there, and Kenny had to kind of reach down around his knees there to haul that in. He almost let it get away from him, but turned it into a positive for the 3 or almost 4-yard gain.
2nd down and 7 as the Little Hawk coaches screaming out there trying to get the offense to hurry up, fearing a delay of game penalty as there's a penalty flag down. Jones with a good deep ball there, but he throws it way over the head of the intended target, Brent Ginn.
I think we're going to have some illegal motion or some kind of a procedure against the offense, because that flag came out from the lineman right away.
Illegal shift is the call. Looked like the Little Hawks in their rush to get to the line of scrimmage. Not everybody set when looked like Evans went in motion. So that prompted the penalty flag.
Yeah, we should point out to those City High fans who might just be joining us on the broadcast, starting quarterback D.P. Iman went down with an injury late in the second quarter. He has not returned to the ball game. Keaton Jones has come in and thrown 2 touchdown passes as a substitute.
Little Hawks trailing 24-14, 5:18 to go here in this third quarter. And another situation here, Mark. 2nd down and 7, an incomplete pass. And Bettendorf thinking about whether or not to take the penalty. And they have declined it the 2nd time this evening. The 1st time, Little Hawks unable to get a 1st down. Let's see if they can come up with a big play here to keep the offensive momentum that they've established here. That last drive in the first half and this first drive in the second half. 3rd down and 7, 5 wide. As Jones, straight drop back pass, throws it a little bit over Kenny's head. Falls incomplete. Kenny tried to dive for it. Falls to the turf, though.
He had an opportunity there. He was somewhat open, but he had to get rid of it in a hurry. And again there, Bettendorf making a confident statement to their defense. The coaching staff did there by saying, okay, let's decline that, make them go 3rd and long once again like they did in the first half. And I mentioned, in the first half that City High was only penalized once. They were actually penalized another time for holding that was declined, and now the illegal shift that was negated as well.
Number 31, John McCracken, in to punt the ball. And it will be down at the 43-yard line by Brent Ginn.
Give him credit about 27-yard kick, but what do we got?
Penalty flag on the far side of the field.
It's at the line of scrimmage, probably going to be on the kicking team.
Holding against Bettendorf. Now that could be interesting, because if that's before the ball was kicked, it'll serve as defensive holding rather than during the return. So it depends on if that was prior to the kick or after the kick.
That's probably what they're discussing right now.
Because after the ball is in the air, that's when they determine that it's possession has changed.
Judging by where the flag is lying, it's out where, you got one of your gunners, as they like to call them, the guys on the outside that come down to try to pinch everything to the inside, let everybody else from the interior get down there and make stops. Maybe he was held up at the line of scrimmage, but again, determining you don't use instant replay here at the high school level, but that'll be tough to determine whether or not it was pre or post possession on the penalty.
The officials are sorting things out. Both teams just kind of waiting around to see.
This could be a huge break for City High, but I don't think it's going to go their way, seeing how the referee is first coming over.
It sounds like he said it was a post-possession penalty.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I didn't think it was going to go City High's way because they sent one of the officiating crew over to talk to head coach Sabers and kind of let him know firsthand exactly what was going on. So I really didn't think City High was going to get the football back. But they will gain an extra 10 yards on that possession, and so Bettendorf will start off in their own end of the field rather than in City High territory.
Still at the 47-yard line. 5:06 to go in this third quarter. 24-14, Bettendorf on top, coming out in the I formation. There's the toss to the far side with Jackson. He cuts it back inside across midfield to the 48-yard line. Call that a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Well, there's an example of something we were talking about in the first half about City High defensively kind of over-pursuing on the play where they were able to turn him back in, but he still gets almost 5 yards out of it. And I noticed we had 2 guys out there and only 1 blocker for Bettendorf, but both guys, somebody's got to kind of give themselves up and take on the blocker and let the other guy go one-on-one for the tackle, but they both got taken out of the play.
Twins to the far side is Jackson coming in motion out of the backfield. Lines up at the wide receiver spot, and there's the straight drop back pass, and Fick is looking for Jackson. Alex Smith with the defense there. Looked like he got there at the same time as the ball. Bettendorf fans and coaches wanting a pass interference call.
Yeah, they're not going to get it for a couple of reasons. One, there was no illegal contact, but 2, that ball was not catchable. It was way over his head.
So it brings up 3rd down and a long 5 at the City High 48-yard line. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. It's Little Hawk defense looking to step up and force another punt. Straight I formation. So there's the play action pass. Pressure coming. Fick forced out of the pocket. He's hit as he throws it. The ball overthrown and falls through the turf. Incomplete. Pressure coming there by Ryan Alberhaski and big number 55, Alex Berg. Good pressure up front. Good coverage downfield. And this Little Hawk defense has stepped up again, Mark.
It had to be really good coverage downfield because Alberhaski was lined up here on the left side. He had to go all the way across the formation. He had to run about 50 yards to put the heat on Fick and cause him to throw an off-balance pass.
So Mike Hayward into punt for the 3rd time this evening. Evans and Bohm back deep to receive, standing at their own 10-yard line.
Shank it.
As he gets a high spiraling kick, is returnable by Evans. He fields it at the 14, and he's able to fall ahead to about the 16-yard line. City High will take over, 1st down and 10.
Good coverage downfield by Bettendorf. Almost a little dangerous there on trying to field that punt and make something go of it because Bulldog defenders were not far.
And we talked about it, Mark, in that first half. A key difference was field position. City High, they came out, they got at the ball at the 21-yard line, got the touchdown, and then they've started at the 14 and the 16-yard line. So they've had a long ways to go offensively. As Keaton Jones back in the shotgun, straight drop back, and he does the little shovel pass to Phil Kinney. Kinney looking for any sort of running room, and he's going to be brought down actually for a loss on the play.
I think Dan Schmidt, 79, was the guy that made the stop, and he was able to make the play because Dorian Davis out there missed his block and left his guy out there one-on-one. But yeah, you talk about starting at the 14 and the 16 and the 21, while the 21 resulted in a touchdown. But eventually, if you're going to play that way, it's going to catch up to you. So the offense, even if they don't put points on the board, they need to put something together, give the defense a little bit of rest, and move that ball out from their own end of the field.
Jones back to pass, and he's hit as he throws it. He's got a receiver out here in Alex Smith, or check that, it's Ben Evans. Leads him just a little too much.
Yeah, the pressure up the middle there from 36 for Bettendorf. Luke Androsek, I should be used to his number by now. He was looking right at the chest of Keaton Jones, and he had to throw it sooner than he wanted to because he really couldn't get himself planted, his feet planted, and put the ball right where he wanted to.
So the Little Hawks facing 3rd down and 11 back at the 15-yard line. Out of the huddle. Matt Maynard splitting out to the near side. Brent Ginn to the far side. Bohm and Davis the slots, with Phil Kinney actually lining up out at the wide receiver spot to the far side of the field. Jones with the pass across the middle, tipped up by the defender there. Looked like big number 27, Troy Zimmerman. The pass intended for Kinney, and it falls to the turf, incomplete.
So a 3 and out for the Bettendorf defense once again. And while they have not scored yet here in the second half, and City High has, Stephen, you kind of get the sense that momentum's coming back a little bit more towards the Bulldogs.
Little Hawks have run 7 offensive plays. The first one, the 79-yard touchdown pass, and then they haven't got much going. It's John McCracken with another nice high spiraling kick, fielded back at the 49-yard line, and a great play on the coverage. Ryan Alberhaskey. Jackson catches it at the 49. He tried to get to the left sideline. Alberhaskey just jumped onto him and drug him down for the tackle.
Great individual effort there by Ryan Alberhaskey to chase him down, and you got to get Jackson where he lives. You got to get him around the legs, and that'll cut him short.
1st down and 10 at the City High 49-yard line. Twins to the far side. Rodriguez the lone setback as Sandeman in motion. He gets the handoff, sweeping around right side, looking for running room. Alberhaskey in there on the tackle. Sandeman falls forward to about the 45-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play.
You know, while the defense has held the last 2 possessions for Bettendorf, in fact, the only 2 possessions up to this point prior to this one here in the second half, while they've held and kept them off the scoreboard, they really, really need an interception to really feel like maybe they've accomplished something.
2nd down and 6 at the 45. Twins to the near side as motion and the play action. The second man through is Rodriguez. He cuts away from a tackle or 2, stays on his feet down to the 40-yard line. He will be close to a 1st down, but about a half a yard short.
Well, he's got a very low center of gravity, you know, and I'm looking at it here, Stephen. Maybe it's just me. They list him as 5'11". I don't think he's that tall because he's very low to the ground and very difficult to wrap up. Strong lower body.
Looks like he may be closer to about 5'9". 3rd down and half of a yard. Little Hawk fans trying to get their defense into it. Actually the 38, a gain of 2, but enough for the 1st down.
Well, this 3rd quarter going a lot like things were going in the first quarter of this ball game. At this point, Bettendorf 6 first downs here in the 3rd quarter to just 1 for City High.
4 to. There's the turn. The handoff goes to Rodriguez. He's through a hole at the line of scrimmage inside the 35 to the 31-yard line.
Be a little more and played a little points out of it too.
Far side, Chris Ivory to the near side. Handoff going to Jackson, and good pursuit behind him. It looked like Josh. Call it about a yard and a half, almost 2 yards.
Should be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
See if Coach Scott is in any hurry, as the official is. It's like Bettendorf. And welcome back to Cedar Falls and the Unidome. Iowa City High after the fumble recovery. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Keaton Jones setting up the Jailbreak screen, and there's Ben Evans. He's got some running room and some blockers. He's across the 30 to the 35, brought down finally at the 40, 41-yard line. Pickup of 16 on the play.
Actually, there was a halfback screen to Phil Kenny.
Was it Kenny?
No, you had it right. I'm sorry, 82, not 22. Well, here, what are these things? Oh, binoculars.
Binoculars.
We
Those
had
would
these
help.
in here. Maybe I should have been using them. First down nonetheless.
First down and 10, all the way out to the 41-yard line, and this Little Hawk team trailing by 10, looking to get some momentum off of the turnover. Keaton Jones, there's the turn and the handoff to Phil Kenny. He's through a big hole across the 45, cuts it to the outside. He's across midfield from 45-40, 35-30, finally run out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line. 30-yard gain on the play.
And the key, while there was a great job up front, Brent Jen with a big downfield block at about the Bettendorf 45 that really sprung him for about an extra 15 yards. However, Brent Jen, I think, may have tweaked a hamstring. He came up limping, and he's off on the sideline now.
Not sure if he tweaked it or if maybe it's just a cramp. Nonetheless, first down and 10 at the Bettendorf 30-yard line. Phil Kenny with some good running and some great blocking all around by that Little Hawk team.
Now, see, Kenny was upset because he thought, well, I gave him credit for the previous one. He said, well, I'm going to do something I actually deserve credit for.
He wanted the big play. First down and 10 as Jones turns, and there's the handoff again to Kenny. He's through a hole at the line of scrimmage inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play.
Well, for City High, they on their first 2 plays of the fourth quarter, they eclipsed their total of first downs for all of the third period. They now have 2. This would be huge if they can score, even if it's just a field goal at this point.
Makes it a 1-touchdown game. Your defense has the momentum. The whole team with the momentum. Second down and 8 at the 28-yard line. Alex Smith into the ball game, lining up wide to the far side with Kenny and Dorian Davis. As Keaton Jones back to pass, and he looks, he's got Matt Maynard, and he throws it a little bit over his head. Good defense out there by Bettendorf. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, Maynard was going towards the inside. The pass was thrown outside, so they were not on the same page at that time. But let's give credit. When we talked about Keaton Jones coming in here for the injured DP Iman and replacing him and getting a couple of touchdowns for City High, that's all well and good. But how about credit to that offensive line that has protected the backup quarterback, so he has had plenty of time to look downfield most of the time.
Definitely stepped up here as Kenny lining up in the slot to the near side with Brent Jen. And there is the little shovel pass to him. He looks for some running room. He spins away from a tackle. He's inside the 30, brought down finally at about the 22-yard line. He will be about a yard or 2 short.
Great individual effort this time by Phil Kenny. Looked like he was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but never quit and found himself with positive about 4 or 5 yards, and now we're going to get a field goal attempt.
40-yard field goal attempt here for Andrew Schutt.
Yeah, maybe make it 39. They're going to put the ball down at the 29.
Keaton Jones is the holder. They are on the near hash mark.
Just sounds more makeable than 40.
The snap is down. Kick is up. The height is good. The length is good. And the kick sails right through the uprights. So with 9:53 to go here in this ball game, Iowa City High has come storming back. They have put up 17 points here. They trail by a touchdown. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back with more right after this on KX.
Bud's big screen football trivia.
And back at the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Andrew Schutt's kick fielded at the 11-yard line by Tim Jackson. He's looking for some running room. He's out across the 25, tripped up and brought down at the 27. Good coverage downfield there. Number 86 for the Little Hawks, Kyle Espy, 5'10", 146-pound junior, able to trip him up.
Let's give him an Espy award there for
there you go.
Bringing Jackson down. Looked like he had a head of steam, and all of a sudden he just went down like a tree as he cut his feet out from under him.
First and 10, the ball resting at the 29-yard line. I formation for the Bulldogs. Straight drop back pass. And there is the pump, the out and up. Looking towards the seam. The defense is there. Great job by Alex Smith. Jumped in front of the intended target, number 80, Isaiah Stevens. Tried to go for the interception, disrupted the pass just enough, and it falls to the turf, incomplete.
I think he got his hand on it. Would have taken an incredible effort to get an interception there, but sometimes a defender, it's not so much getting the interception. You got to know if I can't get to it, I want to make sure that the offensive guy doesn't get to it either. Let me just get my fingers on it and disrupt the target.
Second down, as there is the counter action going to Tim Jackson, looking for some running room, and Dorian Davis not going to let him get anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard. Davis, good pursuit there to come from behind, and you talk about it all night. Number 32 taking down number 32 yet again.
Well, you always you hear so often at different levels of football about identifying maybe who the best player is on offense and shadowing somebody from a defensive standpoint. Davis has been doing that on Jackson. It just so happens that it's like looking in a mirror. 32-32.
There you go. Third down and 9 at the 30-yard line. The Little Hawk faithful into it again. It's a play action pass. And they're setting up the screen to the backside to the tight end. He's got a blocker. And good job by Alberhaski as a penalty flag comes in. Alberhaski was getting blocked. He did a good job, though, to engage the blocker and force number 31 there, Chris Walker, to slow up just enough. The ball out at the 38-yard line. Holding penalty is the call.
They believe it was number 72, Nick Polsinski, who was out there doing the one-on-one block there with Ryan Albert. Should note that Brent Jen is back in the ball game.
Yes, he is.
But he does look like he's walking a little gingerly, so I think he may have tweaked a hammy there just a little bit. Well, they're going to decline it.
They did decline it, and Coach Scott deciding he's going to put this game into the hands of his defense. And actually, they spotted him way back at the 34. I think there's a question about the spot.
Yeah, I think they put the ball down where the infraction occurred.
Right.
But, yeah, his forward progress should be about the result of the play. Took the ball up to about 37. You don't mark it from there. You mark it from the 34. So it turns out almost to be a 13-yard penalty against the Bulldogs.
Third down and 15 back at the 24-yard line. As Bettendorf coming out, this Little Hawk defense.
This could be the play of the game for the Little Hawk defense because this could be a real momentum breaker if Bettendorf picks up a first down.
Motion from Sandeman from the far to the near side, double play action. As they are setting up the screen to the near side to Rodriguez. He's got all kinds of running room and some blockers. Great defense there by McCracken, though. Splits the blockers and gets him a gain of about 3 on the play.
All kinds of blockers out there, Stephen, but they weren't blocking.
McCracken just came in, darted right in between, underneath the block. 11 back at the 28-yard line. Mike Hayward into punt.
Little Hawks should come out of this with pretty good field position.
Ryan Bohm and Ben Evans back deep to receive, and the ball will hit at the 38-yard line and roll all the way inside the 25, out of bounds at the 23.
I got to stop speaking out of turn.
So a roll of about 16 yards. Ryan Bohm, you could tell he couldn't quite see where the ball was. Couldn't decide if he should fair catch it and run up under it or just let it.
The play, maybe they would have had a chance to catch that on the fly. And even if you go down right away or even if you fair catch, you would have saved your team, a ton of yardage.
First down and 10 at the 23-yard line. 8:04 to go. City High trailing by a touchdown. Keaton Jones back, and he's got Phil Kinney. Great defense there, number 27. Troy Zimmerman just came across Kinney and knocked the ball down. Mark, that was textbook defensive back coverage.
It sure was. He had the guy blanketed and then did what you have to do right the last second there. You bat that ball away.
Second down and 10. A good pass, good route, everything by the Little Hawks. It was just even better defense by Zimmerman. As Keaton Jones looking for the sidelines, looking to the sidelines for the signal.
Clock stopped with 8 minutes left in the game on that incompletion.
Evans to the far side, Jen to the near side with Kinney and Bohm as the slots. Jones back to pass under pressure, and he's got to tuck the ball under. He's looking for anything. He's going to be brought down back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 7 on the play. And you talk about little plays here and there, Mark, that shift the momentum. And that there could be one of them.
Bettendorf had that play busted up in every phase, I think, because judging by the body language of Keaton Jones when he was back to pass, he never really looked upfield. I think he was looking for some kind of middle screen, and they just took that away, and he didn't have time then to check down to a secondary receiver, and then he was down.
Spot him back actually at the 17-yard line, a loss of 6, 3rd down and 16. As we approach the 7-minute mark. Alex Smith into the game, split out to the near side. Evans to the far side. So there is motion from Smith. And there's the snap. Jones back to pass, standing in there. Throws it up, lofts it for Smith. The ball is caught, and Alex Smith hangs on to it. Both Smith and the defender were fighting over it.
I think Smith had the initial possession, and then the 27 Zimmerman was in there kind of late to try and wrestle it away from him. It was very, bang play on that in terms of who had possession. Regardless, it's still not a first down for City High, although it brings up an interesting situation. You're down by 7, 6.5 minutes to play, clock rolling. Do you go for it on 4th and 5 at your own 29?
Coach Sabers says no. 4th and 4.
Yeah. Here's a confidence statement he's making to his defense that, you stopped him last time. We need you to do it at least one more time here to give us a shot at winning this thing, or at least tying it up.
John McCracken in to punt. And it's a fake. McCracken running to the right side. He's looking for some running room. He's out to the 30, and he's not going to get it. He picks up 2. He needed 4. So Coach Sabers trying to do anything to get some momentum.
Phil Kenny couldn't quite recovered his footing. There were 2 or 3 more Bulldog defenders, and the play was done.
Even bigger statement now for the defense. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. There's Tim Jackson through a hole on the right side. He's inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
That could very well be the ball game right there. Defense has got to come up with, they got to hold them at least to a field goal.
Hold them to a field goal and keep it within striking distance, down by a touchdown. 5:40 to go, 24-17, Bettendorf on top.
I'd be very surprised at this point to see Bettendorf throw it.
As motion there from Bettendorf, and in the backfield brought down there. Ryan Alberhasky did a good job to get Matt going in the backfield. All the way back at the 27-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play.
We've talked several times about 32, tackling 32. That was 11 and 11 on that play.
3rd down and a short 7, just inside the 27-yard line. As we are at the 5-minute mark of this ball game, Little Hawk defense trying to step up and hold Bettendorf to at least a field goal attempt.
Well, Bulldogs might change their play calling now because of 3rd and long. They could throw it, but they're not.
There's the toss to Jackson, and he's brought down. Good defense on the near side. Dorian Davis and Alex Smith. John McCracken as well in on the tackle.
I think they were playing all the way there, Stephen, for better field position to get the ball over here on this hash so that Mahosky can attempt a field goal. It's going to be a long one, though. It's going to be 42 yards.
42 yards on the near hash.
Long by high school standards, anyway.
He has kicked a 47-yarder. Little Hawks definitely wanting to get some sort of pressure. Force the kick to be at least no good, if not a block. So there's the pressure. The kick is up. Looks like it's long enough. And it goes right through the uprights. So with 4:08 to go in this ball game, Bettendorf has extended their lead again to 10. We'll take a 60. And back at the Unidome, Class 4A semifinal action. Bettendorf with a 27-17 lead over Iowa City High. Phil Kinney with the return. And he sets up the Music City Miracle, throws it back to Dorian Davis. He's got some running room down the right side, tripped up there by Gowan across the 20 to the 24. Coach Sabers pulling out all the stops here, Mark.
Yeah. Coaching staff here for City High right in front of us. We're on the near sideline with them, and they just got their hands on their heads. Oh, I can't believe how close we were to breaking that one, because if Davis can maintain his balance there, he had lots of room to run.
First down and 10 at the 24-yard line. 4 minutes exactly. The Little Hawks need 2 scores. They are down by 10 points, 27 to 17. There was a penalty on the play.
I didn't see the flag.
Looked like it was a half the distance to the goal penalty. So it may have been some sort of an unsportsmanlike or a personal foul penalty. But instead of the ball at the 24, it's 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. 3 wide receivers lining up to the far side, as there is the bubble screen again, this time to Davis. He's looking for some running room across the 15 to the 20, and that is where he will be brought down. Pickup of 8 on the play. As I was saying, though, Mark, all the credit in the world to this Little Hawk team. Early in the second quarter, they fall behind 24 to nothing, and to be able to fight back, the defense steps up and slows them down, gives up only a field.
Well, that defense would probably have a shutout here in the second half if it wasn't, for the short field that Bettendorf got for the field goal.
Second down and short as Keaton Jones back to pass, throws it out to Dorian Davis, catches it at the 25, and the ball comes out, fumbles, and it looks like Bettendorf is on it. The ball rolling around, and Bettendorf has fallen on it. Davis catching the ball. He was looking to make some extra yardage, trying to spin away, and the ball just got ripped out of there by the defender. Rolls around and was finally picked up by Bettendorf.
Well, you can't fault Davis, for trying to make some extra yardage there. He was trying to fight, trying to fight to get himself away from the defender, the tackler, and then ball just came out. Could have very easily been whistled dead for his forward momentum stopped, but it hasn't been the case tonight.
First down and 10 at the 17, and there's the handoff to Rodriguez up the middle. Ahead to the 15-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8. Definitely City High needs a turnover of some sort here as this clock just continues to wind. Little Hawks do have all 3 of their timeouts left. Down by 10.
They're probably going to have to start using them after this play.
I formation again for the Bulldogs. There's the handoff to Tim Jackson across right tackle. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. And he's brought down after a gain of 2.
And they are going to use their first timeout here at 2:34. Going to be tough because Bettendorf, you can bet they are going, no pun intended, that they're going to keep this ball on the ground. They don't want to attempt to pass where if it's incomplete, it'll stop the clock. And if the offense does get the ball back, they're probably not going to have any timeouts left.
And here is the rollout for Fick, and he's looking for some running room, cuts it back inside the 15 to the 10, inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He will be close. Actually, they'll spot him at the 7. I do believe he will have a first down.
Probably going to have to bring the chains on to measure this one. It's very, very close.
Nope, they are going to signal first down. Gain of 6.
Man, I got to stop that.
So with 2:24 to go, Bettendorf first and goal at the 7-yard line. Again, the winner of this game gets a date next Friday night against West Des Moines Valley. There is the wishbone formation. There's the handoff to Camarena. And go ahead, Mark. 7-yard touchdown run.
Hey, Camarena.
Number 28, Tim Camarena. And that all but seals the deal here. Little.
By the way, Valley over Ankeny by a tally of 49-10. And we thought, based on the almost the first 2 quarters of this ball game, we thought maybe it was going to be something similar to that when it was up 24-0. But City High has come back and given themselves an opportunity it's going to fall short, but
Deep to receive for the Little Hawks.
and up until the touchdown drive here, at just 25 yards for Bettendorf, they had this is how good the Little Cyclone defense had played in the fourth quarter. They had given up no first downs up until that touchdown drive.
As Mahowski with a foot into the ball. High end over end kick that Kenny Fields back at the 1 yard line. He's straight up the field and he's brought down there. Good pursuit, number 24, Cam Schwartzfeger. You knew I was going to have to say that name tonight. Brings him down back at the 14 yard line.
Makes me giggle. But he's consistently been inside the 5 yard line with that, plus high kicks that have allowed the coverage team for Bettendorf to get down there, and that's really been a key to this ball game because more often than not, Little Hawks have started their offense under their own 20 yard line.
1st and 10. Keaton Jones pass out here to the near side, intended for Ryan Bohm, falls incomplete.
You know, a lot of people don't give enough credit, to the special teams play. You hear coaches talk about it all the time. It's a third of the game. And it really is a big difference. And Mahowski's kicking. He's hit a couple of long field goals. And again, he's constantly pinned City High offensively deep in their own territory.
2nd down and 10. Keaton Jones calling out the play. 1:59 to go in the ball game. There's the turn, the handoff to Phil Kinney. He's through a big hole at the 15. Looks for some running room across the 20. Spins down to the 23 yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. 3rd down and short. And Coach Sabers wants a timeout. Hawks coming out facing a 3rd down and 1. The ball at their own 23 yard line. Needing a lot of big plays in the final minute 41 is Keaton Jones with the snap. There's the turn and the fake handoff. Jones is going to keep it. And he is going to be wrestled down by about 3 or 4 white jerseys back at the 20 yard line. A loss of 3 on the play.
Well, on that call, it looked like they were just trying to play for the first down first and then go from there. But I think, at this point, a minute 20 left in your season, you might as well air it out and take your shots down the field every play.
4th down and 4. The ball back at the 20 yard line for the Little Hawks. Evans and Davis to the far side. Bohm and Jen to the near side. Evans in motion from the far to the near side. Jones drops back, throws it out here, and just leads Evans a little too much. So with 55 seconds to go in the ball.
Des Moines Valley in the championship game next week.
That is what it looks like.
Huh, I got one right.
There you go. They will have to line up and snap the ball probably one more time.
Yeah, I'm kind of caught here, Stephen, in a quandary. The final score is going to be 34-17. At one time, it was 24-0. So you kind of look at it and say, the game really wasn't as close as the score might indicate, or the game wasn't as one-sided as the score might indicate.
City High coming out this second half, playing a very good football game as Fick will take one final knee. And that should do it for this ball game. Iowa City High getting a standing ovation from their faithful. They will bow out of the season at 9-3. Their comeback coming up just a little bit short, 34-17. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute break, and be back with your post game right after this on AM 800 KXIC.
Presenting the trophy and medals, Mr. Rick Rocco, Assistant